It's always been my thing is to be with the people. People are my strength because I can empathize and I can feel for them and I can listen or, give a hand if they need to. I was only 3 years in the country and we were looking for a place to call a home. So we really knew nothing about the area. Then when I looked around, I felt like, oh, this is a nice place, A lot of people who are there were very warm. It was a small town, that's what we wanted. We didn't, even though Sydney is big, if you go to Toongabbie, even today, there's one small street, which is our shopping center. In India, every state has got a language that we speak. So I come from a place called Karnataka where I speak Kannada. Within that, there is a community called Havyaka, that's where I belong. I came from India originally in 1982. And I moved into this house in 1985, so I'm a real person living in the area for a long time. When I came to be in Toongabbie, there was not one family that I knew was living here. There was nobody that I knew. There was nobody to help me. So when I had my daughter, when I went to the hospital, I asked this nurse, "Can I hold your hand, please?" I decided I can't let other people do this. Every time someone came, it used to be white pages, used to be my Bible. Look through. I would look up the name and ring them up to say, okay, you're invited to my house. I must have gone at least 4 people when they gave birth because they didn't have their mothers. I knew how it felt for me. I live on Picasso Crescent, which is a corner house. So when I moved into the house, we also had to have some surroundings that made us feel at home. That's why we put the mangoes, the jackfruits, and in the backyard I've got my own vegetables that I grow. That's quite Indian, if I can say, because that I can't get in the shops. I do my garden in the corner. Anytime I'm there doing, so many people pass by, the foot traffic is quite big there. When they stop, they'll say, oh, your beautiful garden. Oh, can I have a bit of that? It's nice to share that. It starts as a garden, then we shift to our cooking, then we shift to our kids, then, what is happening in the whole world. I'll try to keep as much tradition as possible. At the same time, I didn't want to, hang on to just that because sometimes we as migrants, sometimes we hang on to our background and then, we can't let it go and we make ourselves miserable. One of my grandchildren asked me, why did you take your citizenship, Mama? My first thought was, or did I do it because my kids could choose HEX if they wanted to, or I could work in public service? I couldn't tell that to an 8-year-old child. So I said to him, initially when we came, it felt like, we were away from our own family. I don't know whether we wanted to stay. But as the days go by, I thought, oh no, I could make it a home. Like I was born in India, there was no changing of that was my country. But to belong here, I needed that citizenship to tie me tight. I feel like I totally belong. So this is Toongabbie, I love it. I think I will go in a box, no other way. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಗೀತಾ ಭಟ್. ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಕನ್ನಡ ನನ್ನ ಭಾಷೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಗ ತುಂಗಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತುಂಗಬಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನನ್ನ ಜನರ ಸಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಖುಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೇನೆ. I'm Geetha. I came from Bangalore in India and then now I call Toongabbie as my home.
There are 13 other Blacktown stories to hear, and you can see photos of everyone and read more about them on the website impactstudios.edu.au/weareblacktown. We Are Blacktown is a UTS Impact Studios production. It's produced by Britta Jorgensen, Jane Curtis and Celine Teo-Blocky. Research by Jackie May. Sound design by Melissa May. Podcast artwork by Alexandra Morris. Theme music is Beaming by Friday. The executive producer is Olivia Rosenman. The executive producer of Impact Studios is Sarah Gilbert. Thank you to everyone in Blacktown we spoke to. We Are Blacktown is part of an audio project embracing place-based principles called Welcome to Blacktown. This project is supported by the Paul Ramsay Foundation. My name is Angelica Ujinaka Salakis, and I've lived in the Blacktown local government area for most of my life. If you want to hear more about Blacktown, you can listen to my story in Sink or Swim, a podcast about staying cool in Western Sydney and learning to swim as an adult. It's the story of one hot Australian summer that doesn't match the postcard perfect image, and it's a window into our climate-changing future. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
The sun is beaming, I'm sticking to the leather. I must be dreaming.